Alright, I'll give you two examples. Let's say a person 1 or a person A doesn't have an idea about what kind of a job or what kind of a career they want. In another case, person B doesn't have an idea what kind of a spouse or what kind of a relationship they want to attract. So let me give you examples in terms of both of these situations. And before ending the video, I would really like to tell you why not knowing what your intention is actually a blessing in disguise.
Subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a Mind Body Spirit video.
Hello everybody, my name is Suyash, you're watching Mind Body Spirit. I thought that I will make a quick video about a confusion that many of you have. It is a question that I'm asked very frequently, and it is something that bothers you guys to such an extent that many times you feel that if you don't have clarity on this, if you don't have an answer to this question, you're just not going to be able to proceed with applying the law of attraction. So it's a really simple question with a really simple answer, and I'm sure that after watching today's video, you will have this complete clarity and you will be able to, with a lot of confidence, apply the law of attraction for all your goals and intentions. Now the question is that when it comes to the law of attraction, there is so much hype around be very specific, be very clear about what your intention is, just know in as much detail as possible specifically what it is that you want. So some people are really happy about this. Yes, that's all I have to do. I have to be specific about what I want. But then there are a lot of people who are not so sure about what they want. Their intention is not that clear to them. In fact, they have that kind of a personality where one day they are drawn to something, the other day they may be drawn to something totally different, and they are like, oh my god, why, what is wrong with me? Why do I want new things every day? Why am I not consistent in my intention? And so in such a situation, many people just don't start the law of attraction at all because they don't know where to begin, because the first step is intention. The first step is you have to have a clear, specific intention. So today in this video, I'll help you out how, despite not having a very clear intention, you can still go ahead and apply the law of attraction and actually manifest something that even you don't know that you want. Okay, how does this work? Alright, I'll give you two examples. Let's say a person 1 or a person A doesn't have an idea about what kind of a job or what kind of a career they want. In another case, person B doesn't have an idea what kind of a spouse or what kind of a relationship they want to attract. So let me give you examples in terms of both of these situations. Now, first of all, in case of the career, what would be an ideal situation? An ideal situation would be if you know, okay, this is the job that I want, this is the designation, this is the position, this salary, this company, everything is very clear to you. But let's say you are a different kind of a person, you are not so sure about what kind of a job you want, because it's like when I do something, it doesn't appeal to me, and then I have switched so many jobs, but in all those jobs, I have this feeling as if I don't belong here, as if this is not something that I'm meant to do. This feeling has always been there. So I don't know what I want to do. Alright, so in your case, what you should do is you try to be as specific as you can. So in the law of attraction, what has happened is, at least what the perception among a lot of law of attraction practitioners has become, is that you have to be specific to this extent. So when Suyash applies the law of attraction, look how specific he is. So I have to match that, and I also have to be as specific as Suyash. That is not true. You have to be as specific as you are clear in your mind. So you may not be clear about what company you want to work in. That's perfectly fine. You may not be clear about whether you want to live in Bangalore or you want to Pune or you want to live in New York or whatever. You may not be clear about that. No problem. What are the few things that you are clear about? Start with that. So I was talking to a person and they said, Suyash, I have no idea about anything. All I know is that it should be a job with which I should be able to travel the world. Alright, that is a great start. Even though other kinds of specifics are not available, what kind of a job, what do you do when you travel abroad, all of that is not there. But if you wanted a job in which you would be able to travel abroad freely, alright, that's a start. Now, a few things will always be given in any career related intention. Number one, money. You would want to make money when you are manifesting a job. So you decide in your mind what kind of money still seems believable to you. So if you are making 50,000 rupees a month, don't jump to 1 crore rupees a month all of a sudden. But if you're making 50,000 a month, maybe make your intention as something like 1 lakh a month, 1.5 lakh a month. Just increase it to a believable level, but also a level which excites you, which, pumps you up with energy. So keep that as another aspect of your intended career. So the first one is the one which you are clear about. There are not many aspects which you are clear about, but this one you are clear about, that it should involve a lot of travel. Number two, that it should pay me this much money. This should be my salary. Then a few other general things are always there which anybody who's manifesting a job would want. Like, I'm working with good people. My co-workers are great. I enjoy spending time with them. I enjoy working with them. I'm growing in my career at a rapid pace. These are a few things that everybody wants. Now you see what happened. One thing that you clearly know about your intention, and a few more things which are obvious, which are obviously things which you would want in your life once this intended career actually gets manifested. We have created a group of these 5-6 things, and that's your intention. Now, when you think about what kind of a job would this be, you are absolutely stumped, but that's okay. That's where the law of attraction will kick in. So when I say be so clear about your intention, I don't mean that put so much pressure on yourself that you are like, oh my God, I'm not able to be clear about my intention, so I'm not going to apply the law of attraction. No, what I mean is just be as clear as you can. Figure out what are few things that you would want to be a part of your intended reality. Figure out a few things which obviously anyone would want and thereby you also want. Mix them up, and that is the starting point of your intention. That is your beginner's intention. Now, how to apply the law of attraction for this before we go to the next example of, spouse and marriage and all that. For this one, the first example, now how do you apply the law of attraction? Well, you visualize yourself. For example, I'm just giving you the example of visualization. There are so many other techniques which we have talked about earlier in the channel which you can use. But for example, you can visualize waking up in the morning and just thinking that, wow, my life is so great. Today I'm traveling to this place, and just seeing yourself at the airport, and you're in this business attire, and everybody's like, oh, it must be a big shot. People are just treating you that way because you look like this hotshot professional. Yeah, then you get into your business class seat, and then you fly off to a distant place and you get all that work done. So visualize yourself living that lifestyle. It is not important that you visualize the name of the company on your iCard. Ignore that. Why? Because you are not clear about that. So whatever you are not clear about, we will not focus on. But whatever you are clear about, just focus on it more and more. Another thing was you want to work with great people. So just visualize yourself that you are in an office party and everybody is so good and everyone is so good to you and they're just wonderful people. So whatever are the factors that you are sure about, just see yourself already living a life in which those factors are a part. And what will happen is other aspects will also show up. They will show up in two ways. Number one, in your consciousness. So you will get more and more clarity as you keep working on this limited intention, which has just a few points of clarity. A lot of clarity is missing, but you work with what you have, and what happens is that many of those points that were missing, they actually come, right? You become more and more and more clear about your intention. That's number one. I mean, the first result that happens. The other result that happens is that sometimes the manifestation is there. The manifestation happens, your intention gets manifested, you realize, hey, these 2-3 things that I was so clear about, they are all there in my reality, the reality that has now been created. Plus, there are these 25 other brilliant things which I was just not able to think about. You have to understand that the law of attraction works with the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind knows us. Our subconscious mind knows us better than we do. So many times consciously, because of our fears, because of all the tension that we have, because of all the past programming that we have, many times we are not able to dream big. Many times we are not able to be clear about our intention simply because of obstacles and blockages that are there within us in the conscious mind. But when we just have guts to go ahead with whatever we have, the subconscious mind kicks in. It knows us better than we do. And many times, many of these success stories that I'm sharing on this channel, watch some success stories, by the way, before you end today's YouTube session. Many of these success stories, people started with a small intention or with an unclear intention, but when everything happened, they are stunned by just how perfectly everything happened. Now we come to the part, this is just another example. Quickly, I'll cover it. In case you're not sure who you want to marry, what kind of a person you want to marry, well, again, make a list of a few things that you're very sure of. Okay, so it should ideally be a person who lives in this place. Just giving you an example. It should ideally be a person with whom I'm very happy. So when it comes to, personal relationships and all, you can simply have very abstract things as part of your intention, that it's a person who loves me a lot. It's a person who I love a lot. It's a person with whom I have a very happy married life. It's a person whom my family really likes. Our families really like each other. We both love to travel. So in case you love to travel, now you should try to manifest a spouse, husband or a wife, or for that matter even a relationship, that other person should also like to travel, right? So depending upon, you look at yourself that this is what I am like. So what kind of a partner would be happy with me, and what kind of a partner would make me happy? And so you start making a list of those qualities. Even though you may not be sure of everything, you may not be clear about everything, whatever you are clear about, you start with that, and you will see that the universe gives you two things. First, more clarity. So even before the manifestation, how clear you are about your intention keeps on increasing. And secondly, the universe will actually manifest your intention, and you will be like stunned. Oh my God, how did this happen? This is absolutely perfect. And in my own experience, I have seen this so many times, that when we sort of let go, when we just work with whatever we have and we don't worry about just doing so much and just putting so much effort, when we let the universe do things, things happen in a way that I may not even have imagined. Because my wisdom is here and universal wisdom is I don't know where. So, we are blessed that we have the universal wisdom with us. So we should use that. And before ending the video, I would really like to tell you why not knowing what your intention is actually a blessing in disguise. It actually helps you apply the law of attraction in a much better way. This is how. So what happens is, when we know exactly what we want, the sort of analysis that goes on in our mind, everything that happens, now we are analyzing, is this happening in the direction of my intention or in the opposite direction? Because we know exactly what we want, so we know exactly, or at least we perceive, we think we know that we know exactly how this intended reality is going to get created. And so when we are so clear about our intention, it's a good thing. I'm just telling you one con of it. When we are so clear about our intention, every little thing makes us overthink that, okay, is this something in the direction of my intention? This is something that's taking me away from my intention. Till yesterday it was manifesting. Today, why did this happen? So all this overthinking takes place. Whereas when we just don't know what our intention is, when we are just not so clear about it, when it's sort of an abstract idea in our mind where we are clear about 2-3 things, but we are not clear about hundreds of other things about that intention, you'll just be relaxed. And relaxation, when you're in a relaxed state, that is the best state to manifest your intentions. And so whatever it is, whatever your intention is about which you are trying to apply this technique, please let me know down below in the comments. In fact, right now, go to the comments, write a comment. I really love reading your comments. For you it's just a comment, but for me it's like, okay, wow, this person watched my video and they actually liked it, and it created some hope, it created some excitement in them, and that's why they've written this comment. So every time I receive a comment, it's just such a wonderful feeling. So make sure that you leave a comment down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a like. And so that's all for this video. Do share it with your friends and family members. Subscribe to the channel Mind Body Spirit, and after subscribing, also press the bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. Absolutely a pleasure to talk to you in this video. Catch you very soon in the next one. Till then, bye bye.